when the Holy Spirit convicts you and says, don't go that way, and you stiffen your neck and stiffen your neck and stiffen your neck, it becomes harder and harder and harder. There's one time you're going to stiffen your neck, the final time, and it's going to be the final chance, right? And then this is where the idea of blasphemy of the Holy Spirit comes in, that Jesus talks about to the Pharisees. And I've had so many people come to me and say, I'm so concerned, I've committed blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. What do I do? And I say, by virtue of you saying you're scared you've committed that sin, you haven't committed the sin. What is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit? It's when the Spirit convicts you and convicts you and convicts you, and you harden your neck and harden your neck and harden your neck. At a certain point, you sear your mind and your conscience to the degree that you can never hear from Him again, and you start equating good as evil and evil as good. You've so seared yourself, you're so corrupted, you're so consumed by your sin. Imagine the character of Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Starts as Smeagol, but he gets this addiction towards the One Ring. And as he gets this addiction, it grows and grows and grows until it consumes him, until it just becomes him. He is the addiction. You can't cure Gollum anymore. You may have been able to cure Smeagol, but you can't cure Gollum. Gollum is completely his addiction. He cannot be cured. He cannot be separated from the ring, from his vice. That's a sinner who is consumed by the thing they've built their life on. You cannot be freed from it. You've corroded yourself so much, you are one with your sin. There's this description of the 7 deadly sins that I love in popular media, right? And the description is when they take physical form, they become like the descriptions of their sin. So the person who is representing gluttony is all fat, right? And the person who's representing envy, is all, fancy and fashion forward, someone who would envy other people. Or the guy who's representing anger is this bulking, muscly guy who's just filled with testosterone and always ready to attack. Because those people are representing their sins. I like to think that's much like the sinner who's following after the sin they built their life on. You build your life on lust, you start to become that. That becomes your essence, to where you can't be separated from it. Jesus tries to separate you. God tries to separate you. The Holy Spirit convicts you and convicts you and convicts you. Finally, you say no for the last time, and then He says, that's the final chance. But get this right, He doesn't say that's the final chance. This is how most people think the final chance works. It works like God's like, please don't go that way, and you go. He's like, please don't go that way, you go. Please don't go that way, you go the final time, and He goes, well, I'm never going to save you. Like some diva in the sky, because God is offended by our actions. That's a bad representation of God, I think. It looks nothing like that. When you commit that final sin, it looks more like this, I think. At least this is my opinion. The loving God says, with tears in His eyes, by the way, I can't help you anymore. I would have done anything. My arms are open wide to you, but you have crossed the line for help. There's no more help for you, because I could extend 1,000 more chances, but that was the last time. Each time you said no, you got harder. Each time you said no, you got harder and harder. That time, that percentage, when I gave you the opportunity the first time, you said no, well, 10%. You went to 10% of hardness. The next time, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The final time, you went to 100% of hardness. You're completely hardened. There's nothing more that can be done with you. I can't do anything more for you. My arms are open for you. If you'd ever turn around, I would forgive you, but you never will. You are now addicted to your sin. You have become your sin, and there's no amount of chances I could give you, because I see your future. There's no amount of chances I could give you that you would come back to me. Therefore, I'm not giving you any more chances, because there's no use in it. And that is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.